We just spent over $200 on quick service in Magic Kingdom to rank them all.
Nobody told us what could go wrong when eating in this park, but we will warn you.
Let's go. Keep it all in. Magic Kingdom has over 30 restaurants, so it can be pretty daunting to decide where to eat and where to get your sweets. 21 of those spots are quick service locations, AKA they're a little cheaper, you don't need a reservation in advance, and they're a must on a park day. And today, on this very, very rainy, gloomy day, we're gonna try them all. Let's go.
If you're craving some whimsical wonderland of wonders, then look no further than Cheshire Cafe. They have the Cheshire Cat Tail, the mixed berry tea slushy, and the Mary Ann birthday cupcake. And if you're a fan of Joffrey's, you can grab some Joffrey's coffee here too. And here we have the Cheshire Cat Tail. Now this is a croissant filled with little chocolate chips and purple and pink icing to mimic the Cheshire Cat's tail. It is cute. It is iconic to this stop. There's a reason why this is the icon of Cheshire Cafe, not only because it's Cheshire Cat's tail, but it's also delicious. But it's a great stop if you're looking for a nice little pastry, some Joffrey's coffee. I'm going to give the Cheshire Cafe a 7.5 out of 10. Not a very extensive menu, but what they do have is great. I also really love the Mary Ann birthday cupcake. Very delicious if you're looking for a sweet treat. And this cat tail, great for breakfast or midday or dinner or whenever you want.
Casey's Corner, literally right here in the heart of Main Street, USA, is likely one of the most iconic Disney quick services you're gonna attend. Now with that being said, because it's one of the most iconic places you can go to here on Main Street, USA, it's likely gonna have the longest wait. Now typically mobile order is available, that's always the way to go here, but on kind of gloomy days like today, wasn't half bad. The things that I love about this place, that old-timey Marceline Main Street, USA feel that it has, from like the baseball guys outside to the incredible Main Street pianist, between the architecture and the kind of food that it serves, A+. This is also a great place for picky eaters, and I know I keep talking about it, but that's because if you get anything here, I highly recommend the corn dog nuggets. They come with some fries, grab a little plastic cheese with it, as well as my favorite, mayo chip, little ketchup, little mayo. Yes. And on a consistency level, Casey's Corner, I've never really had anything terrible here. Now with the corn dog mini nuggets and the plastic cheese that I got, it was about $12.99 including tax. So my overall score for Casey's Corner is, ready? What does it say? It says it's an 8. An 8, that's crazy. A little high. I think because of just the iconicness of it all, and the consistency and the theming, I gotta go 8. I think my imaginary baseball hit someone's car. Sorry!
Gaston's Tavern, located inside of Fantasyland, home of the iconic cinnamon roll and also Le Fou's brew. If you find yourself at Magic Kingdom wondering, man, where can I find a cinnamon roll as big as my fist? Then look no further than Gaston's Tavern. I know that Gaston is known for eating 5 dozen eggs, but honestly, he deserves his flowers for having this amazing tavern. Not only does it have very, very tasty pastries and drinks, it is so immersive in here. I truly feel like I'm back in Belle's Village. It's very whimsical. The decor is amazing, and it transports you into the movie. Also, look at this cinnamon roll. It looks heavenly, it smells heavenly, and it tastes heavenly too. There is barely any seating, and on a day like today where it's raining and you can't quite sit outside, you're left to eat on a windowsill next to a trash can, and sometimes that's not ideal. Another item you can't sleep on is Le Fou's brew because it comes with a souvenir stein. It's delicious, and it's a cute souvenir to take home. If you're looking for some unique sweet treats, definitely come to Gaston's Tavern. However, because of how limited the seating is, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Yes, the pastries are great, but we could use more tables.
Before I get into this next quick service location, I'm gonna ask you one question. Would you rather be 9 people's favorite thing or 100 people's 9th favorite thing? That's what I think about this place. Oh, no, you guessed it, I'm talking about the lunching pad. What? Yeah, so I get it. Like, it's kind of like in the middle of Tomorrowland. It also has limited options, and honestly, some of the options that I've had there have not been my favorite. But it's got unique options, which I think is the main takeaway here. Something already pretty unique, they do have a breakfast menu, which only takes place for a limited time in the morning, so already you're getting kind of different and unique, because not a lot of quick service locations have an additional breakfast. A lot of them open up for lunchtime, and that's pretty unique. Another unique thing, they have Monster energy drinks here. What? Now, typically, I'm not your person to be like, hey, have you had your energy drink today? That's an interesting thing for me to say out loud and in public. Listen to me, the #1 reason to come to this place is the pretzel. sweet cream cheese pretzel. I love this pretzel so much. I used to get them at Wawa. Shout out to all my Wawa lovers out there. I love this pretzel so much, and so much so that I'm gonna have to take a break from having this conversation with you right now and roll a very wet ball. Woo! Bubbles! It is a delicious, flaky pretzel, and the inside is filled with this sweet cream cheese filling. It is absolutely delicious, and it's always warm and gooey and lovely. This is the place. The sweet cream cheese pretzel is the lunching pad. There is no lunching pad without the sweet cream cheese pretzel. Because there's not a lot of seating, it can get kind of busy. It does not have the best aesthetics, which is why I recommend if you're coming to the lunching pad, get things to go. I am gonna give the lunching pad a 5.9. Now, it's really just due to the aesthetics, and a lot of those points are because of the sweet cream cheese pretzel and the breakfast, which I do actually quite enjoy some of the breakfast offerings, but sweet cream cheese pretzel, I hope you can forgive me.
Honestly, this looks like I'm gonna go chase some storms or something, but I'm just gonna chase some tots. Over here at Friar's Nook, we're gonna go ahead and grab our favorite treat from here, and that is the cheddar, ranch, and bacon tots. Also available at the Friar's Nook is the mac and cheese hand pie, hot dogs, Tiana's famous beignets, as well as a strawberry lemonade slushie. Friar's Nook only has outdoor seating. It's just a little stand right outside near the Prince Charming's Royal Carousel, so just be aware. However, we find ourselves always being able to find seating. Friar's Nook has such delicious options. The prices are pretty fair, and it's very, very filling. You can even share the tots with a friend. I love the vibes. I love hearing the music from the carousel next door. Love that we're in the middle of Fantasyland. It feels very whimsical. So I'm gonna give Friar's Nook a solid 9.5. I know that sounds like a wild score. It's pretty high, but when I tell you that this hits every single time, I mean it.
Okay. No. It's the Liberty Square Market. Here you're gonna find some slushies, some pretzels. You can grab, I think, some water, and you can grab a pickle. And every time I'm here, it's that turkey leg. I don't know what a fork and a knife is. I just know that, me hungry. Don't care if it's been sitting in glass box for 5 hours. This last bite I just had, it might have been my worst. Is this place, I feel like I'm being hunted because of the amount of birds that are constantly around the eating area. There's actually quite a lot of outdoor seating, but it's the birds. In my humble opinion, Liberty Tree Market, you get a 3. You get a 3.
When you wish upon a star, and that wish is to eat flatbread in the middle of Magic Kingdom, look no further than Pinocchio Village House to make your wish come true. Pinocchio Village House is home to Italian-inspired eats, including flatbread, salads, and some sweet treats. And here is the pepperoni flatbread, which is available for $12.99. It's flatbread with cheese and pepperoni. You can also grab a cheese flatbread and also a plant-based, dairy-free flatbread. Pinocchio Village House isn't known for its spectacular dishes, but it does hit the spot, and it kind of, when you're hungry and you just want something cuisine-like, like if you're hungry but you want something simple that you're familiar with, Pinocchio Village House is great. And another great thing about the menu is that they actually offer a lot of dairy-free options, so it's great for catering to dietarian needs. The pizza reminds me of school pizza, which to some may trigger a bad memory, but I really like school pizza. So now, one of the things I really love about Pinocchio Village House is the theming is great. I love all the little paintings of Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio and the Blue Fairy, and my favorite Hidden Mickey is here. It's in the Blue Fairy mural. So fun and cute. It's nice to eat somewhere where you still feel like you're getting that Disney magic. However, the seating is another issue here. I'm sure I went around the restaurant 8 times. And it made me feel like I was back in high school trying to find a cafeteria table I can sit on. Now, when it comes to rating Pinocchio Village House, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. The food isn't memorable or super delicious, but it's something you can count on. Also, a quick question. Is anybody confused by Pinocchio in the sense of it's an Italian story, but then the Disney movie is set in Germany? And you can see in Pinocchio Village House that there's German architecture and design, but then the food is Italian. So what are we doing here? What was the thought behind that? Something to think about.
I feel like Main Street USA is like the one-stop shop for all sweet tooth people. Not like you can purchase sweet tooth people, just people with a sweet tooth can purchase things on Main Street. Well, I'm gonna start over. Do you have a sweet tooth? Great, here we are. So this is the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, and it is definitely your most traditional ice cream sweet treats you're gonna get. We're talking cones, shakes, sundaes, sometimes even a kitchen sink. Yes, you can purchase a kitchen sink here, filled with ice cream and other things. This definitely gives old school, like soda pop vibes, and all the ice cream offerings here are quite good, but they are still very, very traditional. Now here's something to watch out for. It is located closer to the front of the park, which, as you're leaving, you probably want to get one last treat. Where are you gonna do that? Well, the ice cream parlor or the confectionery. And that means it's gonna get real busy. Second fun thing, sometimes it stays open after the park is closed. So let's say the fireworks have gone off and everybody's exiting the park. Sometimes places like Casey's Corner and the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, they'll stay open just a little bit later so you can get one final treat as you're exiting. And that's a great way to avoid the mass exodus, the chaotic, no! But overall, I'm gonna rate this ice cream parlor a 6.5. And that's just because it's so traditional here. You can find other things similar to this elsewhere.
Storybook Treats, where you... Wait. Let me try to rhyme it. Okay, wait. If you're looking for some frozen sweets, look no further than Storybook Treats, where you can eat books. I'm kidding, you can't eat books, but you can eat delicious soft serve and Dole Whip, sundaes and floats, which is better for you. It's better than books. Storybook Sweets serves the Aurora Cone, as well as the Rapunzel Sundae, also hot foot sundaes, floats featuring Coca-Cola with your choice of soft serve, and also fountain drinks. Now, typically the Aurora Cone doesn't come in a little bowl, but they said that the soft serve was very soft today, so it was kind of toppling over, so, better to be able to eat it than to wear it. So I'll take it. Tricks are for kids. If you remember what Trix yogurt was, you'll love this because it's like a frozen version of Trix yogurt. I love it. They have hot fudge and strawberry sundaes if you're looking for something a little bit more classic. There's nothing you can get wrong here. The floats, the ice creams are all very delicious. The soft serve is exceptionally creamy here. I'm gonna give Storybook Treats a solid 8 because everything here is very consistent and delicious. Not much in theming. When you want a delicious and cute ice cream sundae or cone, look no further than Storybook Treats.
I'm about to answer the impossible question here at Magic Kingdom. Nobody can answer it, but maybe you can. I'm here at Cool Ship in Tomorrowland. Yes, apparently Cool Ship is a quick service location. Now you're not gonna find anything specific here. You can find your Mickey bars, popcorn, cotton candy. In my opinion, the only redeeming thing about Cool Ship is the Cool Ship itself. It's a movie prop from Flight of the Navigators, which is very cool. And then underneath that, sometimes they have this really nice spray that just like, during the hot summer months, just like, it just kind of cools you off. Hence, Cool Ship. Other than that, popcorn, ice cream, and nuts, apparently. That question, the question that nobody can answer, when you eat popcorn, do you eat it one kernel at a time? Or this? Or you go handful. And you go, Yeah, let us know in the comments. Really duke it out. Let us know which one is the right way. Sorry, Cool Ship. I think I'm gonna rate you a 3, because I wouldn't really consider you a quick service location. Hey, you got some points for being a movie prop and having popcorn and some nuts. You can do it! They can't do it.
If your journey under the sea has made you quite peckish, look no further than Prince Eric's Village Market. Right here, located right in front of the attraction Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, and it's a quick little stop to go ahead and grab a turkey leg, a jumbo pretzel, and a seaside serenade, which is a pina colada slushie, and pickle in a pouch. We love that pickle in a pouch. Grab the big pretzel. It comes with a side of cheese. I'm a cheese girl, so I got the cheese. Yeah, it's a pretzel. There isn't much on the menu. It is one of the only places where you can grab a turkey leg, however, and it's a pretty big pretzel. This is bigger than a Mickey pretzel or a cream cheese pretzel. I'm gonna give it a 3. I know it hurts my soul because love Prince Eric in general. He's a cool guy, but I don't like his little market. There just isn't much variety, and everything that I have from there is like, all right. I mean, my favorite thing is the pickle. So that goes to show that there isn't much to enjoy. It's just a little stand with nowhere to go, and during days where the weather isn't the best, it's really awkward. I didn't even know where to set my pretzel, my cheese. I'm sorry.
Now this next quick service location recently changed a lot of its menu, and people now hate it or they love it. Me, well, I was shocked. And I'd love to show you that quick service location if I could just get through this sea of people. And now we find out of Sleepy Hollow, a somewhat fan favorite quick service here in Liberty Square. Was it terrible or did it slay? I do actually really enjoy the aesthetic and the vibe of Sleepy Hollow, like the brick and mortar kind of scenario. It's got some great shaded seating in the back. Now I used to love the food, especially the spicy chicken and waffle sandwich they had at Sleepy Hollow. It was literally like a big fillet of chicken with a waffle. And now it's 4 chicken tenders slammed on top of Mickey's face in a Mickey waffle form. So I will say Sleepy Hollow has kind of bummed me out because I used to love it. But if you are in the mood for some funnel cakes, and maybe I think there's like a hot dog here as well, I will say there is some options here for picky eaters. Everybody loves a funnel cake. With all that being said, I think I'm gonna give it a 6.9. I do love the concept of the food they have here. I just don't love the execution.
If you're looking for out-of-this-world burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more, Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe is where you should travel to. For all your typical theme park fare, you got chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, salads, cheeseburgers galore. Fun, it's pretty tasty and spacey. So we got the Angus cheeseburger. It comes with a special sauce that Quincy is obsessed with. The burger comes with a side of lettuce and tomato if you want. Cosmic Ray's is a pretty popular quick service spot. There's a lot of people here. However, when it comes to finding a table, I never have any trouble. Also, the variety that Cosmic Ray's has is pretty good. The Greek salad, me and Quincy are fans of. I am obsessed with the Greek salad. I was surprised by how fresh it tasted and delicious. I'm a fan of the bacon cheeseburger because Disney bacon is crispy without being burnt and soft without being too fatty. I love it. It's delicious. Everything here is pretty solid. It's always consistent. It always tastes good. I am never left disappointed. My one gripe with Cosmic Ray's is that they removed the toppings bar, and I get why it was removed, but it's a loss I don't think I'll ever come to peace with. Also, Sunny Eclipse. He is an animatronic that sings his heart out every day. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give Cosmic Ray's a solid 10. Am I insane for that? Maybe. But am I being honest? Truly, genuinely, yes. What other quick service restaurant has Sunny Eclipse serenading us all?
Columbia Harbor House in Liberty Square is low-key and high-key, one of my favorite quick service locations here in Magic Kingdom. If I'm not here, it's because I got tired of being here. You know what I mean? Because trust me, I love Chipotle, and then sometimes I eat a lot of it, and then I go, okay, I need a Chipotle break, but I'll come back to you later. Kind of the same situation with Columbia Harbor House. Now I got the lobster roll, and it was exactly what you would want it to be. It's on that warm, toasted hot dog buttery bun, and everything I get there is really good. The chicken tenders, the trio platter, that's a lot of fried things, so you'll want to mix it up with something a little green, but still, I've never not liked what I've gotten here. It's always consistent, and I love the vibes, the New England vibes of Columbia Harbor House, specifically because if you go to the top floor, it's just so quiet in here. Like no one is in here. And I'm also staring out the window into like a gloomy sky with people in overpriced ponchos and the theming of that New England, that harbor house with the ships and the wheels, and everybody's calling you, hey, how you doing, Captain? I'm like, okay. I'm giving this a 9.2, and I know that's a pretty high score, but everything that I have here, again, consistent, great theming, the cast members are incredible, the food is tasty. I mean, what do you want from me? I tried to go New England, didn't work. And here I am, alone, surrounded by wood and ships, eating my lobster roll. My body lies over the ocean.
Golden Oak Outpost here in Frontierland is home to only 2 eats, truly, and it's Tiana's famous beignets as well as a hot honey chicken with the sweet potato fries. Tiana's famous beignets are lightly fried fluffy beignets with honey drizzled all over it and powdered with confectionery sugar. 2 things on the menu here at Golden Oak Post, but regardless, there's always quite a line, and understandably so because those two items are pretty amazing. But the hot honey chicken nuggets, that sauce, they are the superior version of chicken nuggets in my opinion. Very enjoyable. Even if a limited menu, I just think that all the offerings are 10 out of 10. They're pretty stellar. There is a couple of tables and chairs on the side of the stand. Overall, I'm going to give Golden Oak Outpost a solid 7.5. Despite the limited offerings, they are stellar. My only wish is maybe just add one more item to the menu. One item to just kind of like balance it all out. But overall, love it.
Now, unfortunately, this next quick service location oversells and then under-delivers. Yeah, I'm talking about Auntie Gravity's Galactic Goodies. Listen, Auntie Gravity, if you're listening, please don't call Uncle Gravity. And hey, I'm trying to do a thing here. I'm drinking this for you. Auntie Gravity's is Tomorrowland's ice cream shop from outer space. And realistically, it looks like more an ice cream shop in outer space that time forgot. On top of the limited ice cream options, inside you can actually see posters from extinct attractions, and it's really just a kind of a seating area. I'm screaming because I'm standing next to cars. Now, I do love a good root beer float, but I did get their asteroid shake because it's one of their specialty items. And sure, it's a good ice cream thing, but it's fine. So on aesthetic alone, confusing branding and limited options, I'm gonna give this a 5.2. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that sometimes Anti-Gravity needs to give it to their niece. Niecey Gravity. There's a comet. There's a comet. There's an asteroid coming. Watch out. No. No. Oh, no. Never play with your food, kids.
Westward Ho Refreshments here at Frontierland is your home for some grab-and-go bites. And here we have the glorious candied bacon skewer. It's bacon with brown sugar. It's quite juicy and tasty, and I love it. That's some good bacon. Westward Ho just has a couple of small eats. You got the candied bacon skewer, the jalapeno poppers. Very fun bites, and they're all very good. The candied bacon skewer is our favorite. Kind of cool. It's kind of delicious. And it's fun. Same with the jalapeno poppers. You can also get Joffrey's coffee, hot cocoa. There is no seating. It's just a quick stand to walk up to, order, grab your food, and go. I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah, I feel pretty confident with that rating. I won't take any arguments. Not today, I'm sorry.
So if you're a lover of Orangeburg, AKA anti-figment, the Sunshine Tree Terrace, like that's gonna be your place. That's gonna be where you want to grab a Dole Whip. You know, the famous Dole Whip that everybody talks about, with orange Dole Whip, pineapple Dole Whip, but it's where you can grab it. She is tart. Now, at the time of filming, there's only one specialty beverage, and that's the I Love You float, which is kind of fun, has some like pop rock candies on top, super cute, but really, I would say this is the simplest place to get a Dole Whip. They're not gonna fix it up with all these crazy things. It's just you can get a cup, you can get a cone, or you can get a float. Boom, bang, boom, no dust on you. I don't know what that is. I just made that up. As far as vibes and aesthetic, it is kind of just a hole in the wall. For the Orangebird lovers, yeah, it's fun to see Orangebird kind of painted on the wall and Easter eggs of the Orangebird kind of inside the actual location as well, but it is just kind of a window. It's a hole in the wall. I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about. And hot take, I know a lot of people who aren't huge Dole Whip fans, and that's okay. I am also one of those people that's not a huge Dole Whip fan. That's why when we always, get ice cream and people get Dole Whip, you'll see me get a root beer float, because I'd like to partake in the ice cream madness, but do I want a Dole Whip? No, I don't. That's okay. But really, I'm supposed to rate this on overall vibes, the quality of food you can get there, overall aesthetic. I think I'm gonna go for a 6.5. I know a lot of people that love Dole Whip, and that's great. So I'm really taking in those thoughts and feelings. Boom, bang, boom, no dust on you. I don't know what that is. And now I present to you my out-of-breath review of Aloha Isle, sponsored by the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. All right, so here's my thing about Aloha Isle, right? I would say Aloha Isle is your elevated Dole Whip options. So you're not just gonna be getting those cups, you can get some fun floats, you can get a pineapple upside down thingamajig. Now the aesthetic here, that is why I do like Aloha Isle. If I'm gonna get a Dole Whip, I'm gonna get a Dole Whip from Aloha Isle, because it's so closely attached to the tiki room, that like tiki hut vibe. But I say, make that your first stop. You can actually bring Dole Whips into the Enchanted Tiki Room. So I say, don't make that the exit, make that the entrance. Very tropical, lots of fun, nothing crazy. You literally can't get anything else here. So items are limited. So I'm gonna rate this a 7.3, mostly for the aesthetic and for the elevated Dole Whip. And that was your out of breath Aloha Isle review, sponsored by Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse.
Pecos Build over at Frontierland serves Mexican-inspired fare inside of an Old West-style cafe. So I grabbed the nacho bowl. You have your choice of picking chicken or beef. I chose beef. It comes with chipotle queso, pico de gallo, tortilla chips, and the protein. I forgot that it comes with beans. And I remembered because I just had a mouthful of beans. They were quite good though, so I can't complain. It's actually the quick service restaurant with the most seating, I would say, but it's the least popular one. It has Mexican-inspired fare, but aside from that, the only kind of typical eat that you can have for a picky eater would be a cheeseburger. There isn't chicken tenders, grilled chicken sandwiches, anything like that, so just keep that in mind. I love Mexican food so much. I love tacos, burritos, nachos, all of that. But I do have to say, Pecos Bill doesn't serve the best of it. I would say it's below average, and that's quite sad. Also, it's very dark and loud in here, and as an overstimulated girly, I'm not a fan of it. Every time I eat something from here, I'm honestly never impressed, and I never have the feeling of wanting to come back. Honestly, I'm gonna give Pecos Bill a 5 out of 10. And that's being kind of generous, keeping in the fact that I appreciate that we have unique eats. They're not really the best. I also love that there's a lot of seating, but it's really dark and loud in here. So do we want to sit in here? Sometimes I don't want to be here.
And just like that, we end at the Main Street Bakery. And typically we say to stay away from the Main Street Bakery, especially when you're rope dropping, because it can get pretty long lines. But during that midday break, when you might need a little pick-me-up, it is not bad. Main Street Bakery is just a Starbucks location. If you love Starbucks, you're gonna like Main Street Bakery. We've been teetering back and forth on the Joffrey Starbucks debacle. I'm more of a Starbucks fan, and that is what it is. But they have transformed this Starbucks to look like it belongs on Main Street, USA. The older architecture, they've got the costumes, still serving the same frappes and lattes. Just a little different vibe. But they also do have some delicious treats there as well. It's a 7.5 for me. What can I say? It's a Starbucks location. And just like that, our quick service adventure comes to an end.
Make sure to like this video if you're still watching.
And don't forget to subscribe so that way you can see us turn Disney World into a giant escape room. Bye.